In China, you can buy an apartment for around $85,000. That sounds cheap, right? But for a family like mine, life still feels expensive. Hi, I'm Zhang. I'm 38 years old. I live in a small city in China. Housing prices here are much lower than in big cities, and also much lower than in the US or many European countries. A few days ago, I made a video about an apartment that costs around $85,000. It sounds like something many people could afford. But the problem is, a house is only one part of life. What really matters is how much you earn. In cities like mine, many people make about $400 to $800 a month. So, even if housing looks affordable, it still takes many years to actually buy one. For many families, they even need support from both sides of parents to make it possible. And buying a home is just the beginning. You can pay in full, or you can take out a mortgage. Usually, the down payment is about 20%. For a home like mine, that's around $17,000. The rest comes from a bank loan, with an interest rate of about 3%. You can choose to repay it over 5 to 30 years. A longer term means lower monthly pressure, but more interest in the long run. Right now, I pay about $220 every month for my mortgage. And beyond that, life goes on. Every month, we still need to spend on food, education, daily expenses, and sometimes healthcare. Gas prices went up again today. Right now, it's about $3.80 per gallon. Because of that, I've been thinking about using an electric scooter more often. We are a family of 4, and we spend about $800 a month. A few years ago, my husband and I went through a business failure. Some of my longtime viewers already know about that time. Since then, I've been doing part-time jobs to support our family. For people like us, close to 40 years old, job opportunities here are actually quite limited. But we are still trying to find new ways. Last month, our total income was about $750. Yes, it's still not enough to fully cover our expenses. So we've been using some of our savings, while also trying to slowly stabilize our income. I'm not sharing this to gain sympathy. I just want to show that for many people living here, this is a very real situation. In our small city, many families choose to work in bigger cities to earn more money, and their children stay behind, taken care of by grandparents. I've thought about that too, but I've never been able to accept being away from my children. So I chose to stay here.
Hello. 汪汪汪汪汪汪
If we talk about prices without talking about income, I don't think it tells the full story. So I hope people don't look at life here through just one lens. Of course, if you're here for travel or short-term living, it can feel very comfortable and enjoyable. From the comments I receive, I can tell that for many of you, your income would allow a very relaxed life here. That's what I wanted to share. For me, life right now is not easy, and it's still hard to save money, but we are trying to adjust little by little. We're cutting expenses, trying different ways to earn, and working towards something more stable. Sometimes progress feels very slow, and sometimes it's hard to see any change at all. But as long as we keep moving forward, even just a little, I think it still matters. I don't know if life will become easier in the future, but at least for now, we are doing our best to live each day well.
送给谁都不知道，还天天要送别人东西啊。
Since I started this channel, I've received many messages from people all around the world. Sometimes it's just a simple greeting, but to me, it means a lot. It has also made me realize, little by little, that in many ways, we are actually quite similar.
"我是土豆，你好可爱，娃娃吃什么？
At the end of the video, I'm also curious, in your country, how much are you able to save each month? Feel free to share in the comments.